You lovely tubers. So what we're going to do today, we're going to put bar risers on my NC. So we have the bar riser kit here, and this is who we've got them from. How much they cost. It comes with what you can see in the box. Your bolts. Bar risers. Sorry about the filming, it's because I'm using my phone camera to do this, and I really need to sort out my shed because I've got too much crap lying about. So there they are. So that's what's going on. So what will happen is these will go on that way, and as you can see, that's where they're going to bring actual, that's what they'll do. They'll bring the bars back about 20 mils and up. Okay, so that's the way they look. Right, I'll crack on and I'll show you them once they're on. Now it's just a 12 mil socket, which you just loosen them, undo these. It's actually better to use the that's what I'm going to do, the spanner, because it's just better. These are universal, so it doesn't matter which way they go back in. There they are. We've done one of these once before on the old NC. Now the other thing as well, just make sure your torque settings are right when you put them back on. And if you look carefully as well, they're not thread locked, so don't put thread lock on them, but you know, tighten them up properly. I mean, I suppose you could. Once they're on, they're on. And thread lock will certainly keep them there. The other thing you can do is you can put a spring washer underneath, which is probably a better thing to do because it definitely won't come out with that. Now, all as I did, because they were a bit tight, the gap underneath here, just put a screwdriver underneath there and just gently pried it, and then it'll come off. Now, a little tip as well, where you're taking these off, you can see where they go. Okay, so and also when you get the caps, they've got little Allen keys in them, Allen nuts. I'm trying to try and get you some perspective what they are. HW6. So as you say, you just undo them. I'll come back to you. Now you just drop them on top, and then you've got a separate bag where you put these. I'm just going to put them in lightly at the moment. Just going to do is sort of hand tighten them. You have a separate bag, the same size bolt to be quite honest with you. Just drop them in, one goes into there, one goes into the middle there. Get our little socket and just gently feed them in. No, this is dead easy to do, to be honest. Anyone can do it. Now what you've got to watch is the cables. You may have to release these catches just to move it into place. It can get a bit tight. So let's just torque these up. Now you can put the original Honda cap back on, which then just sits over the top and then fastens down. I'm not going to do that, and the reason being, with that cap on, you can't put anything on there. I mean, you can do, you can get a ram mount that goes into there as a bolt, which may be one for the future, but this just frees up where my quad lock goes, so I can put the quad lock more central when it's on there. So it's just basically, it's 8 Allen key bolts that you're putting in. There's nothing rocket science about doing this. Anyone can do it, and it'll make a massive difference. Well, for me, it'll make a massive difference to how the bike rides. You know, I'm set up a bit more better for, it's designed more for road riding than it is not off-road, because you're putting these on, you're taking the handlebars further back away from the weight on the front wheel. But like I say, they're only 17-inch wheel on the front of these. They're not like Right, so we've got the handlebars on now. I'm just looking at where they sit. And really, you need to set on the bike as well. You can adjust the mirrors down to how you want and see how it positions for you if you're happy with that. So now we'll put the top caps on. And you can put the top caps on, or just put it on. Okay, again, you've seen this on the bottom ones. They've been torqued up. Do them evenly on as well on these top ones. Just do them till you just feel them touch, and then just squeeze them in a bit more. Some people say tighten them from the bottom first. You tighten from the bottom first, they pinch the bars a bit more. I don't tend to believe that, because you sit on level anyway. So right, so now we'll get the torque bar and we'll put that on, come back to you. Right, lovely people, next thing, handlebars are on, fit perfectly, much better. Let's just take you back a bit. They are much better. Sit back. For me, I'll take it for a ride, and I know, because I've had this exact set, I bought them from the same place as what I bought them last time. I found them really comfortable, really good quality as well. Right, so the next thing is my quad lock, and now I can fit my quad lock in the middle. So I can put it to one side, where when it's over here it tends to hit on there. So I can put that there, and then we'll see what happens there. What do you reckon that'll fit better there? Do you know something? I'll have to see. I'll have to decide, because I'm really toying with putting a sat nav on the bike. And I'm one, I don't like loads of electrics on the bike, because you end up charging everything up. But you can get a link for a sat nav for a quad lock that you can, a bracket that you can put on the back of it. So we'll see. I'll put this on, put it back on, and see where we go from there. Right, you lovely tubers, that's it. So the quad lock goes on there, and it goes that way around. I'll do a picture of it when it's on. A lot of people have it stood up straight that way. I prefer the opposite way. Handlebars are much better. They bring me back quite a bit. And she's all done. Now she just needs to be ridden. And there we have one beautiful Honda NC750 DCT with bar risers on it. Brought it back, make it comfortable. Quad lock on the centre. It's now got the heated grips. Actually, I'll just show you the heated grips. So we'll put them on. And now your button is here. Now if you look when you're on the dash the way they've designed them, so if I press it once, you can see it goes to the hottest first. Press it again, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're off. Not tried them out yet. The grips feel better than the old ones, which I didn't realise. The old ones, this is something you learn all the time. Every time I fitted heated grips to something, every time I've fitted them, you've had to cut them off or blow them off. Well, they're not like that on these. They're actually, they can be reused. Right, and at that, thanks for watching. Bertrude Biker, out.